snowstorm.
Antarctica.
Ice. Scientists are penguins.
Antarctica. They're opening the abyss.
All right. To finish up the show here, this is from stripes.com or Stars and Stripes. Thought it was apropos for today, but it was published on November 9th. And the headline is Unconventional Delivery of U.S. Airpower in Arctic Tailored to Serve Notice to Russia.
Ooh.
Interesting. So we haven't heard much.
Some literal military theater.
Yeah. So let's just see what it says here. I was going to try to find the Russia jingle, but too late. U.S. Special Operations Forces flying over the Arctic on Wednesday rolled a long-range missile out the back of a C-130 aircraft, dropping it by parachute before it blasted towards its target in the distance.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Yeah, the operation marked the first ever demonstration in Europe of Rapid Dragon, an experimental program. Here it is. There it is. An experimental program that uses standard airdrop procedures to launch air-to-surface cruise missiles. Quote, it puts this thing within range of Russia. Quote continues. We are intentionally trying to be provocative without being escalatory. Special Operations Command Europe's Lieutenant Colonel Lawrence Melnikov told Stars and Stripes ahead of Wednesday's launch. We are intentionally trying to be provocative without escalating. I thought that was a very fine hair to split.
That is a very fine line to walk.
Yeah. So they're dropping these missiles close to Russia, in range of Russia, and they're saying, we're trying to provoke, but we're not trying to escalate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I in my opinion, you can't really provoke without some form of escalation.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, they're almost synonymous.
Yeah.
I think this is a really interesting tactic too, because, I don't know much about missiles and things like that, but what they're doing here is kind of decidedly low tech. Instead of like building a missile that can fly around the world, or, launch it from a satellite or something, or even launching it from a plane, they are pushing it out the back of a plane and dropping it like Operation Dumbo Drop,
right,
with a parachute. And then while it is floating in the air, falling gracefully, then it launches from a launcher that is mid-air. Kind of has a similar theme as a Jetpack Man as well. But yeah, so it's sort of decidedly low tech. It's not really, I don't know, in my opinion, it doesn't seem to be showing off some sort of technological superiority, but literally just sending the message like, yeah, we could just fly a plane, drop this out, and it's super easy. And we could hit hit Moscow with this missile.
The quote continues, we're trying to deter Russian aggression, expansionist behavior by showing enhanced capabilities of the Allies. Enhanced, Basil.
Enhanced Operation Dumbo Drop.
The missile launch carried out inside the Arctic Circle at Norway's Andøya Space Range also showcases how allies can muscle up by mixing and matching weapon system in new ways, Melnikov said. Now, I'm pointing out the Arctic Circle here because this whole segment is Antarctica. And, based on the ball theory,
opposite.
Based on the ball thesis, Antarctica's on the bottom of the ball, and then the Arctic Circle is the top of the ball. So, that's where it's the through line of the hollow Earth. It's the big. It's where you get the tunnel that goes from the top to the bottom of the Earth there. But
I love it. There's like some messaging because we've been following Antarctica, and we all know by now that Antarctica is decidedly agreed that no military testing is to be done. No war shall be fought. No weapon shall be fired. Antarctica is for peace, baby. And they're like, but Arctic, the opposite of peaceful Antarctica. Oh, that's a war zone, baby. We're going to use the North Pole to send some violent messages. The North Pole is for violence, and the South Pole is for peace.
It was the culmination of the Stuttgart-based Socure demonstration of American and Allied units' ability to rapidly mobilize and deliver long-range precision fire over great distances. The Norway exercise coincided with drills in Poland and Romania. They're all part of U.S. European Command's Atreus program, which aims to expand military operations for allies. Similar missions have been led in the Baltic and Romania involving aircraft loaded with high-mobility artillery rocket systems, which are flown to landing zones and offloaded for quick strike targeting. Such operations are connected to planning for the worst-case scenario in the event Russia were to take aim at Allied military hubs in Europe, said Melnikov, who oversees Atreus for Sokyor. Quote, it complicates Russian decision-making because we know that they're targeting very, very large specific aggregations of Allied power. Ramstein Air Base, RAF Lankenheath, things like that, Melnikov said. Yeah. Quote, we're survivable. If worse comes to worse and somebody takes out these power hubs, we can forward project precision artillery fire across the alliance with our partners. The Rapid Dragon concept was the attention of several allies, including Poland. While other allies don't have long-range bomber strike capabilities like the U.S., they can mimic some of those effects by loading long-range missiles onto cargo aircraft. The Red Dragon system uses a steel cage.
Turns the FedEx delivery plane into
weaponizes.
a long-range missile plane. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, there you go. I mean, we keep going here, but the main point being that...
I think we get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Antarctica is for peace. The Arctic is for showing off and scaring our enemies. We've seen Russia kind of participate in similar things. Apparently, the North Pole, the Arctic, is like just spotted not only with secret Nazi bases and submarines and things like that, as we've heard over the years, but also there could be a whole secret war going on in the Arctic, and nobody would know.
Is the Arctic in the flat Earth map, is like the azimuth map or whatever? Is that the center of the map?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so it's like the balancing point, the center pillar.
If you've got weapons at the Arctic, at the North Pole, you are the shortest distance from any place on the Earth.
Well, if in a flat Earth model, you are the furthest away from the firmament, right there in the middle.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah. Okay. The Antarctica is the safest place to be from all the dangerous weapons in the Arctic. Yeah. That's another way of thinking about it.
Sure.
All right. Well, there you go, folks.